Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
So 50, look, I mentioned your youngest son, Bruce Leroy. Me taking him fishing for the first time, watching him catch his first Dover sole. That ain't a snapper. Now, but me and my buddies, we was talking about little man possibly suffering with trauma in the future. And I said, okay, that's something I never thought about, trauma. But if he is suffering from trauma or needs any assistance, I'm gonna be here for him. I would love to get him a puppy. What kind of puppy? Chihuahua? All right. A Chihuahua for Bruce Leroy. Whoa.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. A Chihuahua for Bruce Leroy. And this is Rick Ross acting as if, I don't know if he met 50's son, but he claims that he was with 50 Cent's son when Diddy was with the baby mama, and he showed him how to fish, and he seen him catch his first fish. And in my mind, I'm like, is this cap? Is this for the internet, or is he trolling at this point, or did this really happen? And is the kids off limits, man? Is the kids off limits? OG, you there?
Man, I'm here. I hear that fat beach whale talking. How you gonna teach somebody how to fish? So you taught my son how to fish.
Man, you know, I had a guy that told me he taught my son how to fish one time. It pissed me off so bad. I had just come home, man, been doing my little bid, and he come over to me, man. He just died here recently too, and he came to me and he said, man, and he was still with my baby mama. We grew up together, and he said, man, I taught your boy how to fish. I said, what? Yeah. While you was gone, I took him fishing, and he told me this, bro. And I've been knowing the nigga, and I wasn't with the woman no more anyway. But still, man, I made a phone call and told that nigga, man, I made that nigga, me and him fell out right there. After that, we got back cool later on. But just the mere fact that you coming to tell me something about my son, I'm appreciative if you did. But at the end of the day, man, you could have kept it. I don't want to hear that. And the way you came was not right. Now, was I mad? No, I wasn't mad. I just was young and crazy, even at that point.
You was mad.
Not really.
Your ego. Yeah, he taught your son how to fish. So, okay. I taught your mama how to dip snuff. So,
oh yeah, I could have went there. Because I know a lot of stuff about him and his family. So I could have did him dirty. But I didn't do him dirty because I know this sister. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I'm not gonna do this with you, but let me get you X'd out the game in my life so I don't have to deal with you no more. And that's what I did. I made it to where I just didn't have to deal with him no more, OG. But I didn't appreciate him coming to me about my son. People don't like when you come to them about their son. OG, you got sons. Have anybody ever came to you about your sons?
Uh-huh. What it got to do with me?
So whatever. No. The son, I think the son's off limit, man. Don't come to me about my sons or my daughters. Don't even. I done had some few issues I can think of with these exes once they get with their new man, trying to figure out how to be friends with me. I don't really want to be your friend at that point. I'm cool on just you do what you doing and I do what I'm doing. I'm not trying to hang out with you. I'm not trying to kick it with you. Now, if the kids want us to come together, I do that part just for a little bit, but just try to be that, man, we finna go hang out, man. We cool. I'm cool on that. It's too many friends in the world.
Cool. I'm so cool. If you got my ex, you can have her. Thank you, Jesus.
There you go.
Matter of fact, I will here's $100.
That's right. That's right.
Magic Mountain,
do what y'all do, man.
Just keep them out my damn face.
Hey, that's it. So you gonna pay the payoff is what you say. You paying them off.
When you with her is because I don't want to be with her.
Exactly. I'm done with that. I moved on.
You're doing me a service. I appreciate it.
But and at the end of the day, I used to have one where she would argue every time they seen me, her and him. As soon as they see me, they just rah, rah, rah. I was like, man, I don't want to see this mess, man. Man, every time. So I start. What I would do, OG. This was a long while back, man. I would bring a girl with me. I would bring a girl with me every time I had a different woman with me, just so I could try to make him feel secure. You know what I'm saying? Like I did this for years, man. And at the end of it, I ain't gonna lie, I felt bad. 'Cause I'm like, damn, man. Every time my little daughter seen me, it was a different bride with me because I was trying to keep them from not, and because I was single. But I just didn't want her to have to go through the fussing and the arguing every time you see me, man. And it was cold, man. I hated that. But let me get back to 50, man. 50, should Rick Ross be talking about 50 Cent's kid, calling him Bruce Leroy, and doing all this? Is the kids off limits? That's what I wanted to ask you, OG. Is the kids off limit on the internet, or is the kids a full fair game when it come down to I'm into it with you, you into it with me?
First of all, let's get the name right. Ricky Rose, he is not Rick Ross.
Ricky Rose. All right, all right. I know you always keep me straight on that.
Officer Rose is really hurting, and 50 shouldn't even give him an element of thought, because we see right now he's desperate. He just went into yesterday talking about his diamond albums and how he got toe up on a deal. So if he got toe up on a deal, you sure got toe up on a deal. You know, he said just don't go for one and didn't go for the other. But all that talking about lackluster, you have no luster at all. So if you did teach my son how to fish, dealing with you, he catching little fish.
He ain't catching big fish with this nigga at all. No big fish.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, so he ain't catching no big fish. It's all small fish dealing with this big dude.
All small fish, you know.
I just had to ask you, OG, about it because I couldn't understand how come he was so bold to speak on it and come out. Like, why does he keep coming? And why 50, but they both troll each other, OG, because you can't, but 50 do it to him, he do it to 50. It's good game. They making good waves on good money on, hey, man, listen, man, they pushing their brand and then they'll say the brand name afterwards, man. But when he hit him below the belt talking about he was taking his son fishing while P. Diddy was with his baby mom.
50 don't even care. 50 don't mess with his son either.
No. He do the small son. This the small son by Jane Doe, the one that was in court with Diddy. That he messed with that young one. He don't mess with that old one.
You see what kind of hoe she is. She from one celebrity to another. That's the one that Diddy still paying $10,000 a month.
Correct. Yeah, that's the one. That's why come he say he taught him how to fish over there when Diddy and her was together, because you know him and Diddy big friends.
Diddy paying for the rent. Ricky Rose paying for the school and the education. We pals.
So if you were 50, you'll be happy with all this. That's good stuff.
It took him on the fish, but I know this too. He catching little fish, and you had him in a little boat.
Oh damn! Yeah, little fish in a little boat. I can't with you, OG. A little fish in a little bitty boat. It ain't big. It ain't popping off like that, huh? Man, but I just always see these boys going back and forth, and I be like, damn, like, man, is this really like is it ever gonna end? They've been doing this for the longest, man. They've been doing this forever, man, and it's crazy because I remember 50 flying his baby mama, the older, Rick Ross's baby mama, out, putting on a show. Man, these boys been going at it for at least how long? About 15, 20 years, OG?
About 15 years. He had Ricky Rose baby mama in a bikini, and I put a poster and all that, yeah. And so, you know, sometimes you get shot fire and you can't never get back. So I will never forget it. So every time we see each other, I got the squabble.
And that's why we keep seeing this internet crash out that these boys keep doing, man.
Right. Every time he think about it, he got to say something.
Wow.
But 50 doing so good, he don't even have to respond.
You know, you right. 50 killing the game. I don't even think 50 in the country right now. And he still I've been on tour, but he's still been clapping back. I think 50 gonna say something today. 50 don't let up. He gonna come say something.
Well, 50 got a game to say because I mean, all of this Rick Ross talking when he tricked BMF when he tricked Big Meech when Meech got out just using his name and Meech felt vomitable for him getting back at 50 and that lackluster and he's gonna make this big movie. It never happened. Then he just did his car show recently and it was very lackluster. I don't think 100 people was involved. It wasn't any major advertisement. So he had a little chicken shit car show that's fizzling out. Ain't nobody participating in. So the only thing he can do is now get on. I mean, he doing the same thing as Rack 100 right now. Rack 100 started off as a big manager for Game and Blueface, and you demoted yourself to a podcast job.
Wow.
What do you say about that?
Wow. So you saying that's what Rick Ross did? He done pretty much demoted himself to just a online source to say this or say that. Well, but 50 do say the same. 50 doing the same thing he doing though. Gee, I can't agree with that.
Well, 50 at the house rich, real. Not
man, Rick Ross not broke. Oh, gee, I keep telling you that man house is that nigga house is long as a whole damn lot in our neighborhood. Man, that man ain't broke.
That house that he's staying in is a federal confiscated house from somebody from.
that was Holyfield's old house, man.
He had all of that stuff is government property. He don't own anything.
He owned them Wingstop, man. You not finna just come down on Rick Ross like he don't own nothing. Free Ray Ricky Ross, though, he took his name though, but Ricky Rose has been maneuvering this. If it is federal money, he maneuvers it real good because he is everywhere in a pool right now, hanging out, having a great life. You know what I'm saying?
At least one thing, his fat ass stay clean because he stay in that chlorine. Get rid of them bugs.
OG, man, thank you, man. But I'm going to get off of here, man. Say, listen, man. Guys, make sure you download bosstalk101.app. And also make sure you guys follow us on YouTube and all streaming platforms. And if you're still watching, man, right here somewhere, you should see Derrick Groves. Them people in Alabama tripping, man. They down there with paperwork, passing it out, having a paperwork party for warrants, manhunting down in Alabama for my boy Derrick Groves. Talking about it's a truckload of money. Go get the details on this. It's crazy, man. Boss Talk 101 review.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.